On a random Tuesday afternoon, after more than 25 years in information technology and corporate environments, an unusual meeting invitation popped up on my calendar, and by Friday, my corporate career was over. As a 58-year-old woman in IT, at a time when AI is eradicating entire career fields, I wondered at this point, am I really going to be able to find another job in my career, or do I even want that? For decades, I strategized, I saved, and I sacrificed. I worked hard to create a blueprint that worked. Work until I'm 65, maximize those retirement contributions, and exit entirely on my own terms. But suddenly, that choice was taken away. And the corporate environment didn't care about my accomplishments, my advanced degrees, or the decades I spent translating vague business ideas into strategies that move the corporate needle. If you're watching this because you were recently displaced in your 50s, or because you're constantly looking over your shoulder at your 85, I want to make you a promise. This video isn't about venting. It's a completely transparent look at the exact psychological shock, the immediate financial triage, and the moment that I realized that maybe having my timeline rewritten overnight might actually be an invitation to rethink my entire retirement plan and to actually take a more creative, curious, and braver role in my own retirement strategy. When our careers end abruptly, the silence can be deafening. You realize very quickly that your professional footprint, no matter how deep, doesn't immunize you from the random corporate spreadsheet. And being 58 brings a very specific kind of vulnerability. As you may have experienced, ageism is real. But you're too young for Medicare. You may face penalties if you touch those traditional retirement accounts too early, and your long-term savings isn't where you want it. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Mo. I'm a former IT executive who spent decades climbing the corporate ladder only to find it unexpectedly pushed off just short of the finish line. I created this channel to document the raw reality of rewriting my own blueprint, navigating the ego shock, and sorting out the masses of conflicting financial advice, and figuring out what radical personal freedom looks like in our late 50s. What came next for me was a raw mourning phase that no one tells you about. It's the sudden loss of an identity that you proudly wore for decades. It's waking up on that Monday morning and realizing that you are no longer contributing meaningful solutions that improves people's personal and professional lives. It's even grieving the specific future vacations and memories that you had neatly tied to that expected income. And your ego takes a massive hit, and it forces you to look in the mirror and ask, if I'm not that person, who am I? But that brings me to the shift. Over the next few days, over the weekend, I was very busy preparing for another huge life shift that I'll share in another video. So I really didn't have time to think about any of this until late Sunday night. So in the middle of the night, I became curious. If I weren't to return to corporate life, how would I change? Were there ways in which I could allow myself to be truly who I want to be? And what if I chose to relax and have confidence in myself and my intellect? Could I figure this out? So as I sit here today, my overwhelming emotion isn't anger. It's actually a deep, profound gratitude. I am incredibly grateful that I have the financial cushion to pause, that I don't have to panic rush into the next corporate box, and that I've been given the rare gift of time to design what comes next. But I want to hear from you. If you've been displaced in your 50s or you're currently staring at your corporate inbox, wondering when your day will come, drop a comment below. How much time do you think that you truly need to prepare for a sudden shift like this?